Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Terry Rasmussen, the president of Redemption Ridge, as well as Rebecca Bender, a survivor and director of mentoring for Redemption Ridge. Thank you both so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so Terry, let me start with you. What is the work of Redemption Ridge?
Redemption Ridge exists to help rescue and redeem the lives of teenage girls that have been caught in the realm of human trafficking, sex trafficking here in the United States.
Okay.
We want to set up a shelter home, get the girls off the streets. Right now, there currently isn't a place for the girls to go. They get into the system, law enforcement. They don't have the resources to have the right kind of shelter for them. They end up in prison, a girls' shelter home, where there isn't any kind of resources to take care of them. They've been traumatized, they've been raped, they've been mistreated for years at times. And there's, quite frankly, very few beds across the United States available for these kind of girls to get treatment.
Wow. All right, Rebecca, what exactly is human trafficking? And we hear this kind of thing, and we always just assume it's happening in third world countries or something like that, but that's actually happening here.
Yeah, human trafficking does happen in the United States. It's surprising that up until 2010, our own country wasn't even included on the human trafficking report done on an international level. Wow. So we just started looking into how it works here in the United States. And what you don't typically see is what happens on the movies, where it's someone handcuffed to a bed stuffed in a cargo ship. And while that absolutely happens in third world countries, that doesn't typically happen here in the U.S. It's the force, fraud, or coercion used to sell and sexually, for any sexual commercial sexual activity. Okay. So that is what you see here with the girls in the United States.
And so we are seeing this here in Southern Oregon and Northern California as well?
This weekend alone, 25 girls were for sale here in Medford and surrounding areas on one website that I visited. So you can imagine people that aren't advertising online. And like Terry said, these girls, you know, sometimes are under the age of 12 to 18, and so they shouldn't be convicted as criminals for renting a hotel room or placing their ad on the internet when they don't even have a credit card to do so.
Okay. The average age of entry into human trafficking for a teenage girl is junior high.
Wow. That's
where they're recruiting them. So that's the average age. They're younger. They're finding them at 10 years old and younger. But that's the average age of entry.
Oh, incredible. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Terry Rasmussen and Rebecca Bender talking about Redemption Ridge. Rebecca, what makes Oregon such a hub for trafficking?
Oregon is a hub for human trafficking for a variety of reasons. One is we are right on the I-5 corridor, going right from Seattle all the way down to Mexico. We are also one of the last stops before you reach the California border. So you do see a lot of traffickers pull in to the Grants Pass, Medford area, typically get a hotel for the night, maybe a couple days, and sell some of their girls online that way. Anytime you also have an international airport, you're going to see a lot of human trafficking. And another thing that we tend to see is Oregon is a really quick flight direct to Las Vegas. It's a 45 minutes, $100 flight. It's really easy to get your girls all over to big cities right from our little Medford airport. You do see that typically quite a bit. The other thing is we have more strip clubs per capita than any other state in the country. So our boundary boxes have kind of expanded enough to where one little step into forced prostitution doesn't seem such a big risk for those vulnerable youth, unfortunately.
Okay. Wow, all right. So Terry, what exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, we want to open up a shelter home here in Southern Oregon. Nationally, there's 400 beds for, the estimates are 300,000 youth across the United States being trafficked currently.
Wow. And
there's 400 beds to try and treat these girls when they get rescued. We want to open up a shelter and get some of those girls off the streets here. They shouldn't be re-victimized by being treated as a criminal because there's no place to put them. We've been offered a building here in Southern Oregon, 3,600 square foot building on an acre of land that will work great for the shelter home. We obviously need funding. We need monthly contributors who can help support this because we're a nonprofit. We are completely privately funded from donations, and it'll take a lot of funding to get this open. We're working side by side now with Kevin Lamson with Hearts of the Mission, who wants to see this open. He sees girls come through there who have been trafficked, who are homeless. He says we need more beds. So we're working with other agencies trying to get this open so that these girls have a place to slow their life down, number one, be in a safe place, and get healing, get back into education, get daily living skills taken care of, get some counseling. They need trauma counseling. They've been traumatized. They've been beaten severely physically. So there's a lot of therapy that they need, and that's our hope.
Absolutely. Okay, and if anybody wants to find you guys are online?
We're at redemptionridge.com. We're on Facebook, Redemption Ridge on Facebook, and there's donation available there. But yeah, we're very easy to get a hold of. You can email us, contact us. We have an online application for people who want to volunteer, the whole bit.
Very good.
You can find out many ways to get involved on the website, more than just contributing financially as well. We have a lot of positions open where you can come give some time as soon as the facility's up and running. We also have the ability to host gatherings and awareness events in your own workplace, home, or organization that you might volunteer with. So if you don't have time or money, there's going to be lots of ways that you can get involved and help our youth.
And if you want to read about a survivor's trek, Rebecca has a blog on there as well.
Wonderful. All right, Rebecca, Terry, thank you both so much for being here.
Thanks.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.